Hi guys, I am Sarah from FMicroFarm, and today I'm going to show you how to tattoo a rabbit. Now I'm going to give you a little disclaimer first because I've had problems in the past with featuring how to do this in previous videos. And the tattoo clamp I'm using today is a little different than the tattoo pen that a lot of people use. This is very fast. It takes about a fraction of a second to clamp the rabbit's ear and then it's done. It's about the same amount of pain for the rabbit as when you get your ear pierced with one of those modern ear piercing guns. It literally takes less than a second and then the pins are out. The difference between this and an ear piercing gun is that these needles do not puncture completely through the ear. They just puncture the first few layers of skin so that when you put the ink on the puncture marks, it will heal up and you will have a permanent tattoo for your rabbit. So that's why I like to use these clamps rather than the pen. And I should also say that during this video, the rabbit may jump or fidget a bit when I first clamp the tattoo, but rest assured it is not very painful. I have several large tattoos myself. So I know about the pain that's involved. I've had my ears pierced. So it really is only a second for that rabbit as opposed to the pen, which takes quite a few minutes. In the past, I have tattooed about, I'd say close to 80 or 90 rabbits. And I've only had one scream. And so just kind of keep in mind that that is a possibility for when you tattoo your rabbit. Just be sure that you're comforting that rabbit before and after the tattoo. So, materials. What you'll need is a tattoo clamp. I highly recommend these as opposed to a tattoo pen. And the first reason would be that it is very fast. You can get this done, again, like I say, in a fraction of a second. It is very accurate and it is easy to read the tattoo when you're finished. The tattoo pen, you have to have really good handwriting, you have to work quickly, and you also have to get deep enough in the skin so that the tattoo lasts. And as far as seeing rabbits with tattoos from a tattoo pen, I've noticed that they fade very quickly and they don't last nearly as long. I've had a couple rabbits that I've purchased with tattoos from a tattoo pen and they have faded in a matter of months. So then that tattoo needs to be redone. In my experience with the clamp tattoo, you do it once and it's there for life. So the reasons why you would tattoo your rabbit is if you have more than one. And that's pretty much what it comes down to is I breed rabbits, so I have several rabbits of the exact same color or the exact same color from the exact same parents. And that's where you start running into trouble with who is who. Even if you have sold or given away or adopted out these previous rabbits with the same color, you're still going to want to keep records on those rabbits that you've had. So it's very important that as a breeder or as a rabbit raiser, you're tattooing your rabbits so that you can identify these rabbits future, past, and present. So this tattoo clamp is a 5/16 inch tattoo clamp. It is generally made and advertised for goats. This is the largest, smallest clamp you can get. So the next clamp smaller is only 4 digits. This holds 5 digits. This is a Stone brand tattoo clamp, and as you can see, it's really heavy duty. I mean, this thing isn't going to break anytime soon. They generally do not come with the digits. I have 2 full sets of numbers and 1 full alphabet set, and that about does it. I would really like to have 2 alphabet sets to give me a little more leeway. And the reason why you would want doubles of the numbers and the alphabet set is because if you have to double up on your tattoo code, then you're only going to have 1 of each if you only get 1 set. And the same goes for numbers. Numerals alphabet letters are very handy. For instance, my codes start with an F for Frühlingskabine, and they end with either a D for doe or female or a B for buck or male. So that way I can look at a tattoo number and it has an F for my rabbitry, and then at the end I can immediately tell if it's a male or female. And the code in the middle, so I do F, the year number, so if it's 2014 now, it's a 4. The next number, sorry, I'm looking at my thing to kind of give myself some clues here. The next number is what month it was born. So if it was born in February, for example, it would be a number 2. And since I don't breed during the summer at all, I kind of skip those numbers. And then I do O for October and D for December, and N for November, I'm sorry. And then the fourth digit is what number in that litter. So if I had 9 rabbits in a litter, hopefully I don't ever have more than that, I do 1 through 9. If I just happen to have a 10th rabbit in that litter, I'll put it as a 0. So that's how I do my code. You are more than welcome to do it however you like, however makes sense to you. I know a lot of people do the first initial of the dam or the mother and the first initial of the sire or father. And the only problem I come up with for that is that, you're going to have a lot of rabbits that start with the common letters like S or B or C. So in those cases, you're going to have to come up with a whole nother letter for an animal when you're trying to do the first initial. So that gets really complicated, and that's why I use this system. Because then not only do I see this rabbit's from my rabbitry, this rabbit is either a buck or a doe, but I can also see what month and year that rabbit was born, and it makes it easier for me to look up in my records, or to instantly know how old that rabbit is too if I'm going to breed. So our other materials are, you will need tattoo ink, and these are pretty common at places like Tractor Supply or local feed stores or farm stores. It comes, I've really only ever seen this bottle size, it's 3 ounce, and it comes in black or green. I've even seen white, which I actually would like to try for some of my black rabbits where the black tattoos are very difficult to see. And these run about $8, $8.50. And I'm sorry, this clamp I think was about $30 with no numerals or digits. And then I have 3 sets, which I kind of keep in this little handy case. And each digit, this is a number 5, kind of shows you easily on the back. It has pins on the front. And these pins, mind you, do not go more than about that far in. I mean, it's a fraction of the needle size, but it's there kind of just in case. And they also have, this brand anyway, has little tabs on the bottom so that they stick easily into the clamp. So when you find a brand of clamp, it's not even going to come down to which brand you like. There's generally 2, Stone brand and Grand Champion brand, that I have seen anyway. And once you find a brand, get everything you need all at once. Because if you try and find these digits later, either it's going to be very difficult to find, or you're going to have to special order them online somewhere. Because that's what I did, and that was quite foolish. So if you see the digits, slide right in, and then this little bar swings across and tightens. So once you have your arrangement of letters, you want to be sure and get a piece of paper, kind of fumbling around here for a piece of paper, and you're going to want to clamp the paper to double check, I don't know how well you can see that, but double check and make sure all of your letters are facing the correct way, and also that they're in the correct order. So that's kind of an easy way of making sure that you have the right tattoo for the right rabbit. So to make sure it matches your pedigree or whatever other record keeping system you're using. Next, you're also going to want to have some Q-tips on hand and possibly some antibacterial cream, some antibiotic cream. And optional supplies are things like an ice cube to numb the back of your rabbit's ear, or I've also seen people use hemorrhoid cream and just put it on the back of the ear. Be sure and put nothing on the front, the inside of the ear. so that when you're tattooing and you put the tattoo, you have to rub the ink in the ear, that nothing's getting in there and you don't want, you know, any infections or foreign substances inside the ear. Be sure and wipe out the inside of the ear first, and then we will get started. Okay, so I have my rabbit, I have her calm and on a table, and mind you, I am doing this myself, so it's totally possible for you to do it yourself without any help. If you want, your helper can hold on to the rabbit here loosely. Try not to grab too hard because rabbits do break their backs quite easily. You don't need to wrap them up though. If you choose to, then that's your preference. But what you're going to look for in this left ear is always reserved for breeders, and the right ear is always reserved for if you choose to register your rabbit. In your ear, you're going to look for that center vein. You can see it kind of in the light spot going up and down. You're going to try your best to miss that. It's easiest if you go to the left of that vein. So I have my clamp and my rabbit nice and calm. And I'm going to line it up really quick here. And then I'm going to press firmly, but not so hard that the pins go through the ear. And that's all it took. So that only took 1 second. I have my Q-tips dipped in my tattoo ink, and I'm going to look for the pin marks here. And I'm just going to scrub. Be sure not to double dip your Q-tips, so have multiple on hand. You know, if one rabbit has something, you don't want the rest of the rabbits you tattoo to get it. Even if you don't think they have anything, it's just sanitary to have multiple Q-tips. So scrub fairly hard. Make sure you get that ink in there. You don't want to have to do this again. And then once the ink is in about a week or so, the ink will all rub off. You don't have to do anything else to it. And that is how you tattoo a rabbit. Good luck, and if you'd like to see more, go to our website at FMicroFarm.com.